The Parting by Juan, Bautista, Arriaza. Sylvia, the cruel moment's near when I must say farewell. For hark, the cannon sounds we hear of my departure tell. My lover comes to give thee now the last adieu and part, with sorrow overcast his brow and sorrowful his heart. Come, object of my love divine, reach me those beauteous arms. Would fate my happy lot assign, my home and rest thy charms, the blow it threatens its decree to give I should not meet. For sooner than that part, 'twould see me dying at thy feet. Oh, had our passions equal force, or been of equal growth, the grief of absence might its course divide between us both. But thou a face indifferent or pledged dost give to view, whilst I have not even breath content to say to thee adieu. A gentle river murmuring by in calmness bars the plain, and of its waters the supplies these beauteous flowers attain. In silence thou, my lonely grief, dost bathe my wretched breast, and Sylvia's pity and relief for me canst not arrest. But what, my Sylvia, dost thou say? What means the tender sigh? Why do I see the tears that stray shine forth of thy beaming eye, as opens to the sun opposed on some clear day the cloud, and his rays make the drops disclosed to sparkle as they float? On me dost thou those languid eyes turn with a tender gaze? Loses thy cheek its rosy dyes, nor beauty less displace? Thy ruby lips a moment breathe, the opest and sore seals? How fair the very show of grief itself in thee reveals! Insensate! How wildly thought my bitter griefs would gain some ease, if thou would also tore the portion of my pain. Pardon the error that deceived, oh Sylvia, I implore me more thy sore now has grieved than thy disdain before. My bliss, I pray no more to swerve, calm those heart-breaking pains. My griefs to have does not deserve all that the world contains. My all life's hours in calm serene be ever passed by thee, and all that darker intervene reserved alone for me. For me, whose lonely wretched doom by heaven has been decreed, to bear fate's cruelty and gloom, where'er it may lead. But not on thee, so lovely born, formed of a power divine, drawed even fate a subject sworn to every will of wine. Whilst for my absence mayst lament, my comfort mayst descry, by fate a thousand lovers sent more to thy choice than I. Someone she pleases me above, to favour chance may show, but one to love thee is a love that none can ever know. 'Twas not thy graces won my heart, nor yet thy faultless face, but 'twas some sympathy apart I might from birth retrace. I long a picture, love to draw of charms I fancied true, and by perfections when I saw the original I knew. Now, traveller, upon the ground by sudden lightning thrown, the blow could more at once confound, left helpless and alone, and I to see that beauteous brow in harmless love was lost, at their feet forced at once to bow to adore whate'er cost. But I depart, as the pain no words can express, heaven only knows it, that can scan the inmost heart's recess, and so the hours of deep delight so full no long passed by, but all my wishes' utmost height heaped up could satisfy. Now while the breezes fare away, the waves are gently stirred, and of the marinas the hail confused afar is heard. Now from the deep's tenacious hold the anchor's fangs they heave, and all conspiring are enrolled me swifter death to give. Now with a vacillating foot the slender boat I tread, soon destined from the bank to shoot as to the great bark's bed. Sylvia, in this sad moment's pause, oh, what a mournful crowd of thoughts around thy lover close, to assault him in our cloud. The sweet requital return, thou givest, my love I know, and kind remembrances discern all the affections show. Whilst here each proof assures me well that naught the heart can move, But in my absence, who can tell if I will faithful prove? For those divine attractions whence now all my joys arise, perhaps may fate the cause dispense of all my miseries. And whilst the absent and forlorn my pledges lost deplore, some rival gains of me and scorn the enchantments I adore. But now my bliss, my glory, ne'er were given the winds in vain, those woes which envied me to share the universe my gain. Let us time's tyranny defy, and distance constant was remaining in the changeless tie that then united us. And rises first the beamy sun, when sets his beauteous ray, when moon and stars their courses run, on thee my thoughts will stay. From that enchanting form my heart no moment will be free, and treacherous woe when I depart, wilt ever think of me? Lonely hours across my thought, engulfed in the ocean vast, the scenes to memory will be brought, with thee I saw and past. Then will my sorrows make me feel my lot more dark to be, and one more cruel than the steel. Wilt ne'er even think of me? The first her matchless form I saw, the first my faith I swore, and from my flattering lips could draw the happy yes, they were. As these reflections, while my fire, rise griefs in like degree, and thou, who knows, if thou the while will ever even think of me? When as I hours of glory call those when I thee beheld, and of my griefs the sources all, and from thy sight repelled, 1,000 times of thoughts and hands were doomed this mind to see. Meanwhile, who knows if thou perchance wilt even think of me? When in the heavens I view unfurled the awful signs arise, with which the ruler of the world poor mortals terrifies, when sounds are in the deepest caves of horrid thunderings nigh, and of the seas the troubled waves rage furiously on high, when by the south wind is impelled the proud Tyrrhenian main, as if from its deep bosom swelled to assault the starry train, when the despairing steersman turns to prayer instead of skill, seeing his bark the ocean spurns, the plaything of its will. Amid the hoarse and troubled cries the people race around, while shines the sword before their eyes of death to strike them bound. Even then will I my last farewell in that dark hour renew, and to the winds my sighs shall tell, Sylvia, my life, adieu.